Hello there, today Year 5s. Now for Maths today, you're going to be looking at converting decimals into fractions, and I'm going to give you a how-to guide on how to achieve that. The three decimals I'm going to be looking at today and modelling for you are 0.7, 0.91 and 5.69. So these are the three different decimals we're going to be working with. Now for any lesson to do with decimals converting them into fractions, the first thing you need to do is make yourself a little place value chart, which I have done here. It didn't take me too long, it took me only a few seconds. All I had to do was make sure I've got my hundreds, my tens and my ones column, a big decimal point in the middle, and then we're going into the tenths and the hundreds because they're the next two place values after the decimal point. So the TTHS is just shorthand for tenths, HTHS is shorthand for hundreds, but what I've also done is put the fraction underneath because sometimes I think that's actually visually a bit easier to see. Now, the first decimal I said we were going to look at was 0.7. 0.7. Now straight away you might recognize that the tenths are here, 7 is in the tenths column, therefore my fraction will simply be 7 tenths because I have 7 in my tenths column. And there we go. Right, next we're going to have a look at 0.91. 0.91. You'll notice there is a difference this time. 0.91, 9 is in my tenths column, 1 is in my hundreds column. So what do you think I would do here, everyone? Do you think my answer as a fraction would be 9 tenths, 1 hundredths, or maybe 91 tenths or 91 hundredths? What would you think? And actually, the answer would be 91 hundredths because the 1 is in the hundredths place value. That's the one that's furthest away from the decimal point, so I would always revert to this place value. So the answer to this would be 91 hundredths. So I'm going to go back to my other whiteboard. 91 hundredths. Finally, we've got 5.69. What do you notice about this decimal compared to the others? 0.7, 0.91, 5.69. I've actually got a whole number this time. 5.69. So let's see what happens with 5.69. So I'm going to rub out my 0.91. And I'm going to have 5.69. 5 is in my ones column. 5 is my whole number. I'm actually just going to leave that alone for now. So I'm just going to concentrate on the fraction. Remember, a fraction is a part of a whole amount. 5 is already a whole number, so I'm just going to car park that for now. So I'm just going to concentrate on the 69. 69, 6 in the tenths, 9 in the hundreds. Just like with the 0.91, my fraction here is going to be 69 hundredths. Not 69 tenths, but 69 hundredths. So I'm going to just put that in there now, 69 hundredths. But what about the 5? Now, 5 is a whole number. And I'm going to just leave that alone. I'm going to keep it as a whole number. So if I have a whole number here and a fraction, which I've just created, what do you call that? What kind of number have we created? 5 and 69 hundredths. This is actually a mixed number. And it's a mixed number because we have a whole number, which is the 5, and a fraction, which is the 69 hundredths. So there you are, Year 5s. That's how you convert a decimal to a fraction using a place value chart. I mean, honestly, it took me about 30 seconds to put this together. And once you've put everything, all your digits into the correct place value, your answer is very, very obvious. So please use this method to help you. And have a go yourselves now. Over to you, Year 5s.